Chauncey Billups. The Portland Trailblazers, they've won 10 of their last 12 games, including wins against the Milwaukee Bucks, 2 wins against the Phoenix Suns, the Sacramento Kings, the Miami Heat, 2 more wins against the Orlando Magic and the Indiana Pacers. In that same span, they're 13th in net and they're 3rd in defensive rating, so they've been doing it, getting stops on the other end. Their 5-man lineup of Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, Deni Avdija, Toumani Camara, and Donovan Clingan. They've been a astounding plus 63.1 net in that same span. They have 2 change of pace guards that have been impacting the floor. Scoot Henderson, who's been a great floor raiser for them, a great secondary point guard. He's averaging 14 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists in that span on 48% from the field, 42 from 3, and 82 from the line. I mentioned those metrics because last year, for those of you that weren't aware, Scoot Henderson was one of the most inefficient basketball players last year. I'm not going to spend too much time dwelling on that, but he's a lot more comfortable. He's a lot more settled in. And sometimes you see this with first-year guys. Sometimes, regardless of, how high they were taken and whether it was, high in the lottery or early in the second round or mid-first, situations do matter, coaching, infrastructure, all that stuff does, go into this. So I wanted to really shout out this squad. They've really just been playing well. Scoot Henderson, to add on to that, he's shooting 42% on threes in the new year, 59.7 effective field goal percentage on pull-up jump shots, 48% on three-point pull-up jump shots in that same span, 75 total field goal attempts, so it's a little skewed compared to the high volume guys, but still a real bright spot, considering, this was literally one of the most efficient basketball players last year by the metrics. Combo guard Shaedon Sharpe, who I think was starting earlier this year. Chauncey made a late switched him to the bench, and it's not even like Shaedon's a bench player. I'm not sure if Billups is saying, hey, you're gonna be a 6-man or this is gonna be your destined role, for the foreseeable future, in your career. But I do think in terms of just allocating touches from Anthony Simons, who, they're still figuring out, they have a lot of guys who can, shot create, initiate for others. But with Anthony Simons being, obviously you're, the best guy at that right now for you, you definitely would just have him start and then trying to, allocate the touches and the shots to the second unit. So I think that's what Billups has done, phenomenally with Scoot Henderson and Shaedon